Shalom, shalom, family, and welcome back. This is Brother Maurice. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. As we receive all this information, we are in the valley of decision. We now understand that Father gave us free agency or free will. And we also understand now that agency is the ability to choose freely and intelligently the things that we're going to do. And as we're getting all this information back, now we can begin to choose freely and intelligently. Now, as we get this information, a lot of people are reading it and reading it and reading it, but there's no change, family. They're reading all this information and there's no change. And what does 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 7 say? It says, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth. So what am I talking about, family? It's about praying. It's about praying for all people, those that do righteously and those that do wickedly. And as we pray for them, we should be praying for them to come to an understanding of truth. We should be praying for them to awaken. We should be praying for them to come out of the wickedness that they do. Now, in the restored version of Matthew chapter 5, verse number 44, it says, but I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them who despitefully use you and persecute you. Verse 45, that you may become the children of your Father who is in heaven, who is no respecter of persons. For he maketh the sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust, all being his beloved children. They're our brothers and sisters. The seal portion, chapter 19, verse 32 and 33 says, and the Lord hath commanded us, saying, behold, I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them who despitefully use you and persecute you, that you may become the children of your Father who is in heaven. Now listen to this, the next verse. Now this commandment which he hath given unto us cannot be given with any more plainness than that which the Lord hath spoken. Now let's go to the Third Testament, chapter 17, starting at verse number 124. And when one of you prays, he is not conscious of what he achieves with his thoughts in the spiritual. Therefore, you are to experience that when you pray for your fellow men, for those people who destroy themselves in war, your spirit in these moments strikes in turn a mental battle against evil, and that your sword, which is peace, reason, justice, and the desire for good for them, encounters the weapons of hatred, revenge, and pride. Verse 125. Now the time has come for men to become aware of the power of prayer, so that prayer really has power and light. It is necessary that you send it up to me with love. Verse 126. Thoughts and spirit, united in prayer, create in man a power superior to any human power. In prayer, the weak is strengthened, the coward is filled with courage, the ignorant is enlightened, the timid becomes impartial. If the Spirit is able to work harmoniously with the mind to achieve true prayer, he becomes an invincible soldier, temporarily distancing himself from what concerns his being, moving to other places, freeing himself from the influence of the body, and devoting himself to his struggle to do good, to banish evil and danger, to bring a spark of light, a drop of balm, or a breath of peace to the needy. Understand, on the basis of all that I tell you, how much you are able to do with spirit and with mind in the midst of the chaos that has seized this humanity. You are in a world of opposing thoughts and ideas, where passions raise and feelings of hatred clash, where thinking is confused by materialism, and spirit beings are surrounded by darkness. Pay attention now, family. Only those who have learned by means of prayer to rise mentally and spiritually into the regions of light and the spheres of peace will be able to enter the world of struggles, in which all human passions are reflected without being defeated. And on the contrary, leave behind something useful for those who need the light of the Spirit. Learn to pray, for with prayer, you can also do much good. Just as you can defend yourselves against treachery, listen, prayer is both shield and weapon. If you have enemies, defend yourself by prayer. But know that this weapon must not wound or harm anyone. Your prayer must not wound or harm anyone, because its sole purpose is to bring light into darkness. Did you hear that? The sole purpose of your prayers are to bring light into darkness. So now we understand, if we're praying wickedly against our brothers and sisters, if we're praying death on them, if we're praying curses on them, we're not working for the Father. In our ignorance, we're working for Satan. Because now we understand the sole purpose of prayer is to bring light into darkness. So family, we must pray for our enemies. We must pray for all those who do wickedly. And I pray that you, family, are able to receive this. Shalom, family. I love you.